Hey, I'm going to do the Booktuber 2.0 tag. And Michael Deutsch, I'm going to say Deutsch because that's what I've heard other people say. I've watched Michael's videos and I haven't heard him pronounce his last name yet, or maybe I have and I forgot. I know how he hates it when people mispronounce names, so I apologize. I really do, but I think that I've heard a lot of people say Michael Deutsch. Maybe I'll just call him Michael D. He has great video discussions. You ought to check him out. I'm going to link him below in the description box, but he was the one that suggested that I do this BookTube new to BookTube 2.0 tag. So here we go. I'm going to answer some of these questions. This should be fun. Okay, question number 1. What genres would you like to see talked about more on BookTube? Well, I'm going to say horror. I love horror, but I know that there's not a lot of people, it seems, on BookTube that like that. It seems to be a small group within the BookTubers. I would like to see that talked about a lot more, and I don't want to offend anybody, but anything but young adult. I mean, I like young adult. I enjoy watching the videos about young adult, but it just seems like everything is young adult, young adult, young adult, young adult. So I would like to see more of a variety of books besides just the young adult novels. I know that Snyder B. Books does a lot of books. She talks about different genres that aren't necessarily young adult. That's nothing against young adult and the people that like young adult. I like it too. I read young adult too. I would just like to see more of a variety other than everything being all the latest young adult series and young adult novels, if that makes any sense. Question number 2. What do you feel is the best way to make friends on BookTube? Well, I think that, it's kind of like what I'm doing. You go and watch different videos. You start with the people that are newer to BookTube, just like you. You have something in common with them. And you check out some other BookTubers channels. And you comment in their comment section, and you kind of start a line of communication with them about, books that you have in common. And maybe even check out Goodreads. Okay. My throat is kind of dry today. What will you or do you enjoy the most about making BookTube videos? I just love talking about books. Love it. Number 4, what will or do you least look forward to when you're making BookTube videos? The wait time in uploading videos. It takes so long, and I hate that. I'm really impatient about how long it takes to get through the processing and the uploading. If any of you know a shorter way, please let me know, because that is the thing that I least look forward to. It takes too long. But then again, you can sit there and you can read a book while it's uploading, so I guess it's not, all is not lost with that. Okay, number 5. What videos other than tags, TBRs, wrap-ups, reviews, and recommendations would you want to see more of? I'd like to see more discussion panels about books. Author interviews, just different booktubers on a panel talking, and not necessarily all the big booktubers with like thousands and thousands of subscribers. I'd like to see subscribers. But I guess if they're talking about books, they would be subscribers, right? You know what I meant, subscribers. Okay, I would like to see, don't get me wrong, I like the big YouTubers, but I'd also like to see panels of some of the smaller YouTube channels too, and see what they have to say on discussion panels. Okay, number 6. What are some themes you want to see more or less of in books? I'll just go with my favorite genre on that, horror. I want to see less of, and here we go. People are going to get pissed off at me when I say this. And Snyder B. Books, I'm so sorry. You're not going to like what I have to say on this either, but I would like to see less of the zombies and less of the vampires in horror novels, and I would like to see more supernatural, ghosts, the occult, and things like that. Sorry, Snyder B. Don't hate me. We're still friends, right? Okay. Number 7. What are some of your BookTube goals? Just I want to, learn more about different books that are out there that I've never heard of and hear other people's points of views on them. And also, share my views on books and maybe get different people interested in some books that I like, and I can start to get a dialogue going with them. We can discuss, books that we have in common. Number 8. What advice would you like to give a booktuber that has just created their channel? I don't know. I'd say, just go with it. Do what you want to do. Don't feel like you're under anybody else's constraints. Do what you feel like doing. Do what you're comfortable with. Don't feel like you have to comply with everybody else. Let's see here. And you know what, too? I want to say I'm guilty of that. I sometimes feel like I have to, please everybody, and you can't do that. You can't please everyone. Just go with what makes you happy and what you're comfortable with, and your enthusiasm will shine through, and people will see that, and they'll come to your channel and watch your channel. Alright, number 9. What are some qualities or traits that you look for when it comes to watching other booktubers? I like booktubers that just seem like down to earth. They seem like people that you can have a conversation with. You feel like they're talking just to you. You can relate to that. You feel like you're a part of what they're talking about, if that makes any sense. Because, it's one thing to see channels where, you've got these big YouTubers, and I'm not trying to put them down. I'm not. But I'm just being honest and answering this question. You see them and they're like, "Hi, welcome to my channel." And they're talking so fast you can't even understand what they're saying. They've got, mounds of makeup on their face, and they're just all cutesy, and they're talking in a certain tone of voice, and they just, some of them, not all of them, please forgive me, I don't want to piss anybody off, but, and see, there I go, I'm going against my own advice. I'm worrying about offending other people than just being honest, and I kind of hypocritically just said that my advice to newbies would be just do whatever makes you happy. So I'm kind of going back on what I said there. But yeah, it doesn't seem real on some of these channels. I feel like they're not talking to me. I feel like, they're just doing that. It just seems superficial. I don't know another way to say it, to sugarcoat it. It seems really superficial, and I can't relate to that. I like the more down-to-earth, the people that are just doing it because you can tell they like it. You can see their enthusiasm. It's not like they're following a script. It's not like they're doing all the stereotypical things that they feel that big YouTubers have to do. They just seem like honest people. And those are the traits that I look for. And I do want to mention some people that I feel like are like that. And just because I don't mention your name, that doesn't mean, I'm not thinking of you, because there's a huge list. And I'm going to start probably on my channel, on this channel here, doing shout-outs every once in a while to different subscribers and different people that I've enjoyed their channels. But I just want to say that some people I feel are real and down to earth. I know you don't want to, hear me talk for 3 or 4 hours, so I'll try to narrow the list down. Of course you do. Of course you all want to hear me talk for hours and hours and hours. You're just mesmerized by me and my voice. Okay, here are some people I want to shout out to. I've already mentioned Snyder B. Books. I just right away related to her immediately. Just the way she talks about books. You can tell she just loves it. That was very relatable to me. I really enjoy her channel. Lizzie Faye Loves Books. She just seems so sweet and nice and down to earth. And it's just like, you're sitting in her living room or you're sitting in her library and she's having a conversation with you. I've noticed that Maggie Chats Books, she's somebody new that I've, just started commenting on her channel and hearing back from her. She seems like somebody, it's like you're having a conversation with, warm and friendly, and she enjoys what she's doing, and, it's catchy. It catches on. You feel like, you enjoy what she's talking about too, because you can feel her enthusiasm. Sisymus Prime, I like her. I just think she's so funny. She's very spontaneous, and she does what she wants to do. She says what she wants to say, and she's just really, really entertaining. You can tell she's having a good time. When I watch her, I'm always like saying, "You go, girl." And there are other people too. Alex Black, Jan Bernardini, Kristen's Library. I really enjoy watching those channels because they're like down to earth. And I know I've said that over and over again. I feel like I've got my point across. I need to stop repeating myself, but yes. Okay. And then, let's see, number 10. This is the last question. What is a fun fact about you or a hobby besides reading and writing that people on BookTube might not know you have? I love to make jewelry. Bracelets, earrings, necklaces, you name it. I haven't really done it lately. I want to get back to doing it, but I've made a lot of jewelry, and I really enjoy doing it. And it's relaxing. Well, not as relaxing as coloring. It can be frustrating when you're, trying to put jewelry together and the beads fall apart. But once you get it together, once you know what you're doing, and you feel like you've got a pattern, it's relaxing too. Okay, well, that about covers the new to BookTube or BookTube Newbie 2.0 tag. Thank you for stopping by.